Title: The Ghost of Christmas Eve. On a cold Christmas Eve, long after the children had gone to bed, an old man named Thomas sat by the fireplace in his small, dimly lit cottage. He had no family left and spent most of his days alone. The only joy he had was the Christmas tradition of placing a stocking by the fire, even though no one would fill it. That night, as the clock struck midnight, Thomas heard the sound of jingling bells outside his door. Thinking it was just the wind, he ignored it. But then, the door creaked open by itself, and a gust of icy wind blew into the room, extinguishing the fire. Shivering, Thomas reached for a match to relight the fire, but his hand froze in midair. Standing before him was a figure clad in a tattered red suit, his beard long and white, but his eyes hollow and sunken. It was Santa Claus, or what was left of him. His face was pale as snow, and his once jolly features were now twisted with sorrow. "Why have you come?" Thomas whispered, his voice trembling. The ghostly Santa pointed to the empty stocking by the fireplace. "I come for those who have lost their Christmas spirit," he said in a voice that echoed like the wind through the trees. "I once brought joy to the world, but now I am forgotten." Thomas's heart ached at the sight. "But you are not forgotten," he said. "I still believe." With a sad smile, the ghostly figure stepped forward and placed a cold hand on Thomas's shoulder. "Then you shall be my last believer," Santa whispered, and in an instant, he vanished, leaving behind a single, old-fashioned toy in the stocking. Thomas stared at the toy, realizing it was the very one he had wished for as a child, but never received. Tears filled his eyes as he understood that even in death, Santa had found a way to bring him joy one last time. From that night on, every Christmas Eve, Thomas would place the same toy in the stocking, knowing that somewhere, Santa Claus's spirit lived on, still bringing happiness to those who believed.